samurai, samurai. To the samurai.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, it's Ryan King Rye Garcia, weighing in at 58 kilos on the button. His height and reach are the same, 178 centimeters. The Matrix, Vasily Lomachenko, weighing in at 57 kilos, right on the number for the featherweight division. He's 170 centimeters tall with a reach of 166.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Up first, it's Ryan King Rye Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over. The fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye, Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start round one. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You just see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Couldn't land that jab. You don't want to trade shots. This counter counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Beautiful counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch halfway through the round. And man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This is a high-octane battle. Which fighter will say no mas? Those counter punches have to hurt. They miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
That's his round. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free.
Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're way better than this.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work. Relax now. I don't
get this boxing back together. Let's get out there. Get your box.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Breathing your step in there. I need you to focus on
ride it out. Go up there and finish him.
Good. You've let him back into this. You're better than this.
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Stay focused. Don't worry back into
them back. We go again. Now listen, kid. I need you to go back out there. I need you.
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Punch, counter punch. Back and forth they go. And he scores with the counter. So much firepower here. They've got a big reach advantage here. Let's see if they can take advantage.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. for that counter punch. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What are you doing?
And what you were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your
Set. Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
Think about the defense on the end and what you do. Good work. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful, that's it. Start slipping in a few body shots.
Back out there and win the round. You're getting soft on.
Relax now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there.
This round, kid. You had everything in the bag. And now you're going to let him back into it.
He's shattered. He's hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart.
Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Takes him in the round back. Take away that confidence. Stop it.
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Misses with the jab. Beautiful counter punch. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. That was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round, so
a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
wow, it's like two different leagues.
It's a focus back, get that jab back. Just boxing, beat.
Good round. I like it. I'm happy. Good man.
In the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Forget about that round. It's a bad round, all right? But we don't care. Go out there and win this next round. Switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you've been back.
Sticking a few body shots in there. Bury it up. Great work.
Take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute. Stick it.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. I need you.
Don't be looking at it one shot at a time.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good counter punch. Incredible work rate. A lot of effort being exerted here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Good counter punching. His stamina is off the charts. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Holding nothing back here in the round. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
You feel good? You're doing good, kid.
Ethan, go back and win the rounds, right? So
The gaps will appear. Good work at that, kid.
the fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and you've let him back into it. Right, let's go out there, get your boxing back together.
You stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight.
Win the round on your jab, and then breathe when you're stepping around.
Come on. You weren't loading up, and you're still letting your power shots. Good work. Don't forget that.
Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is.
Good work. Don't be looking at the one shot.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Switch on, get your boxing back together.
Just keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand.
There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? A perfect counter shot. Stamina is off the charts. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
A perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Counter punches have to hurt. Every time he throws a punch, you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Start sticking in a few body shots in the
Hey, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Good man, good man. Just say him again. Don't change too much.
Come on. We've let him back into the fight. We're way better than this guy.
You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what you do. Good work.
We're to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back at that jab.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely...
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
There's only one round, so see it and ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
So what you're doing. You don't want to lose the
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Great work. Stay focused.
Back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back.
On to the sixth round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Good counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. Swing and a miss with that hook. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter shot. Misses with the jab. time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Focus. Big breaths. Big deep breaths.
To repair. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your time.
Breathe. Done all your work all the way through.
Shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so he can't put you out. Great work. Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work.
In the round. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up.
But you slip out that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go ahead.
Think about the defense on the end and what you do. Good work.
The fight's not over yet. You gotta get out.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Ready to go. He's absolutely.
Let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round.
There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. He misses with that jab. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Is he going to punch himself out, though. You'd like to see more jabs. That counter shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Switching on.
Good work out there. The job's working nice.
Don't lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this.
Focus. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to...
Okay, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that.
You've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it out.
Go out there, you win this next round for me, kid. You're starting to make mistakes.
Oh, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
Get back out there and win the round.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
This round, kid. You had everything in the bag, and now you're going to let him back into it.
And there's the bell for round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that straight left. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He misses with that straight left. Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. You've been coasting this fight.
What you doing? The gaps will appear. Just keep him on the end of that.
Be confident. You want to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work. Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back in.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise,
he's not in your league. Come on, switch on.
if you were thinking you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
Back out there, I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Good work.
Don't give it anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This is with the straight left. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beautiful counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The straight right just misses. His stamina is off the charts. Swing and a miss with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Good man, good man.
Come on, you want to win this fight? Right. Done all your work up to the pair.
Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your...
You've been coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in. Now it's a tough...
shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work. You were thinking you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget...
Weigh that confidence. Stop him in his tracks.
You do. Good work. Relax now. I don't want you to load.
Get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in the bag.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. It's
a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him...
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Here comes the 10th round. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Is he going to punch himself out there? Good counter punch. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That uppercut just missed. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. His stamina is off the charts. A lot of effort being exerted here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work.
Come on, you're better than that. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Stay focused. Don't run back into the fight. Don't give him no...
Look into this. You're better than this. Go back out there and win the round.
Then, don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Starts the...
Breathe when you're stepping around. You started?
Great work. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't loading up.
Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what you do. Good work.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
He's ready to go.
Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry about it.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And he blocks the left uppercut. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Incredible work rate. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Garcia in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's all
About that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go out.
Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Good man, good man. Just saying again, don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's all there. Good work out there.
Get your mind back on the job. It's a terrible round.
It's a great work. Stay focused. Don't worry back into the
Better than this guy. You're way better. He's not in your league.
looking there for one shot at a time. Sets him up. Who you'll take him out. He's ready.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get you...
There's the bell for round 12. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
They blocked the left there. Good counter punching. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Misses with the straight left. Missed him with that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Lomachenko in trouble. Down goes Lomachenko. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
They've done him